What's up, everybody? I'm Adrian.
I'm Clark.
In today's video, we're going to take a look at a Rev G20.
Welcome to Liquid Studios. In this demo, I'm going to show you the Rev G20 in a few different setups. I'm going to show it to you with my avatar speaker cabinet, which is a 1x12 with a Celestion V30 in it. And then I'm going to also demo it with the 2 notes torpedo out of it. And I'm just going to show it in a couple different cabs, a 1x12, a 2x12, and a 4x12.
This is the first Rev amp we've ever owned. We have had the Rev G4 pedal in the past, which was unbelievable. It was such a great pedal. The high gain tones out of it were fantastic. So when we got the chance to get this amp, I was pretty excited to hear what it could do. And
oh yeah, especially after trying out the pedal, because the pedal on pretty much any amp turned it into exactly what you wanted. If you wanted to try to go for the 80s metal tone like the Eddie Van Halen type of sound, it could turn any amp into that, really.
The clean tones on this amp are good. It sounds, to me, it sounds a little sterile, just as clean tones, but it is a good platform for a pedal platform if you do just want a clean amp and to use like an overdrive and stuff like that on, if that's the type of sound you're looking for. But if that's what you're looking for, I don't think this is going to be the amp you're going to be gravitating to. When you go to the overdrive and the high gain channels, that's where this amp really does excel. It sounds great. It does exactly what you would want it to. It has that really compressed high gain tone that a lot of people are looking for in modern music and that they're looking for in their guitar sounds.
Now, with the clean tone on this amp, I would say it is a very sterile sound, but it's almost kind of nice to have that every once in a while for putting into mixes, because then you can kind of do anything with your tone afterwards inside your DAW. But it does have a wide switch on it, and once you engage that wide switch, it does give the amp a really nice, rich character. It says it does something with the EQ curve in the mids, and I do find it helps really push the guitar forward when you really want to hear it come out. And then, like Adrian said, this amp really shines on the gain channel, though. I find I wasn't as impressed with the different levels of aggression on the gain channel. I still find I prefer just throwing like an SD1 or a tube screamer in front of it to really push it for that type of sound. Because once you go to the blue and the red channel on the aggression switch, I find it does create a lot of extra noise in the amp, and it's not quite as like smooth, the sound. So you really have to be careful of that. I'd almost suggest if you're going to use those channels, maybe a noise gate might help out with that issue a little bit. One other thing I'd say about this amp is the gain does sound amazing on it, but I would almost prefer it if the amp could maybe dial the gain back a little bit, because I find once you get up around like 60% or so, it almost becomes too much gain on the amp. And then if you try to roll it down to get more of like a crunchy tone or something, you can't really do that so much. Even if you put it down to like 15%, it still has quite a bit of gain behind your tones.
Yeah, this is definitely a modern high gain metal sounding amp. Like if you're looking for those classic rock tones and those crunch sounds,
the D20 would definitely probably be up your realm a lot more, because it's a single channel, but it has that really, it's the edge of breakup type of tone that a lot of people look for.
And the great thing with this amp, especially for us, was the fact that you can do silent recording with it. It has an XLR in the back of it that you can plug right into your audio interface, and it has a, I don't know what they call it, a soak feature, or so you don't have to have your cabinet hooked up to it, essentially.
Yeah, it's called the power soak, and it pretty much is the same thing as like a load box, where you don't have to plug it into a speaker cabinet at all, and it sounds great. You can plug your headphones into it and save 6 different presets right on the front, but it also has MIDI connectivity on the back, where I think you can save up to 128 different presets inside of it. which is really cool because with the 2Notes Torpedo editing software, you can really dive in and do a lot of unique things like changing up the room that your speaker's in, adding a lot more reverb or taking it away. You have a 4-band EQ to use on the amp. And then when you're using that too, you can also turn off the power amp inside and change the different tubes and really mess with your tones and make it sound like a lot of different amps. And you'll hear that in the demo. That was my favorite part of this amp, was using it with that software. The only thing I didn't do in the demo is do the power tube section. So maybe we'll do another video on that soon.
And especially if you're using this amp for out playing, or if you're transferring back and forth between like a rehearsal spot or anything like that, that's what is great about this amp, is just the lightweight of it. Being able to pick it up with one hand and lug it around is fantastic. And it's 20 watts and it's all tubes, so you're not going to be short on power on this. You can use this for just about anything. It's going to get up over the loudest drummers and you're going to be heard.
Well, yeah, even playing it live, it's great because if you want to take your 1x12 cab with you just to use as a stage monitor, you can send the front of the house out of the amp with your 2-note stuff activated. So if you wanted to change cabinets for different songs, you can, or you can just leave it one sound, but you'll always have that same consistent sound from night to night. The room won't affect it.
So for all of the sound samples with this, we mic'd up the cabinet with 2 microphones. We used a 57 and we also used our Aston Origin. Anybody who's watching our videos knows we always pretty much use the Aston Origin mic. It's one of our favorite mics that we have, and then a lot of times we'll also do a 57 in it just because that's kind of the standard that everybody's used to hearing.
And I really like blending those 2 mics together. I find they work amazing for balancing out your tones. Position 4. Middle position. Position 2. Bridge position. Back to the neck position with the wide switch engaged. with a bit of overdrive from the Boss SD1.
Thanks everybody for checking out our video. If you liked it,
Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on our latest videos.
you can connect with us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
We also host a live stream every Monday and Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube.
All the songs we create are released on all the major distributors, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and YouTube Music. We use DistroKid to release our content. Anybody who's not a member, there's an affiliate link below. You can sign up and save yourself 7%. Thanks for watching.